If you wake up feeling like you are already behind, that feeling didn't start this morning. It's like your mind was already running before your eyes even opened. A quiet pressure, a list forming, a weight settling on your chest before your feet even touch the floor. And without realizing it, you step into the day already tired, already chasing, already trying to catch up to something you can't even fully name. Maybe you've been thinking, if I don't stay on top of everything, things will fall apart. So you try to carry it all. The schedule, the expectations, the unknowns, even the things that haven't happened yet. You're already trying to solve them, control them, prepare for every possible outcome, just to feel a little safer inside. But here's the quiet truth. That weight you feel in the morning, it doesn't belong to you. You were never meant to wake up and immediately hold the entire day in your hands. Not the conversations, not the outcomes, not the timing, and definitely not the things that are completely outside your control, even though your mind keeps trying to take responsibility for them in a desperate attempt to feel stable and prepared. Let me ask you something. What was the very first thought you had when your eyes opened today? Was it peace? Or was it worry? Just notice it. No judgment. Because that first thought often reveals what you've been carrying, even in your sleep. And if it was worry, pressure, or fear, it doesn't mean you're failing. It means you've been holding something too heavy for too long. And today, we're not going to carry it the same way anymore. There's something subtle happening in your mind, and it's easy to miss. You're not just thinking about today. You're trying to live tomorrow, right now, running through conversations that haven't happened, solving problems that haven't arrived, preparing for outcomes that may never even come. And it's exhausting, because your body is here, but your mind is already somewhere in the future. And that gap, that distance between where you are and where your thoughts are racing, that's where anxiety grows. Maybe you've been telling yourself, I just need to be ready. But readiness isn't the same as control. And trying to control tomorrow will quietly steal the strength you actually need for today. Here's the truth most people never slow down enough to realize. God doesn't give you grace for everything at once. He gives it daily. Just enough clarity for this moment. Just enough strength for what's in front of you. Just enough peace to take the next step, not the next 10. And when you try to carry tomorrow early, it starts to feel like you're failing, when really, you're just overloaded. You were never designed to process your entire future before breakfast. You were only invited to walk through today, with Him. So right now, gently come back to this breath, back to this moment, back to what is actually in front of you. Not everything your mind is predicting or fearing, but what is real, present, and manageable when you allow yourself to move one step at a time with God instead of trying to run ahead without Him. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need enough grace for right now. Right now, before we go any further, pause. Notice your body, your shoulders, your jaw, your hands. There's a good chance something is tight, holding, bracing for the day ahead without you even realizing it. Especially your hands. We don't think about it often, but the body tells the truth the mind tries to manage. And when you feel anxious, overwhelmed, or pressured, your body naturally closes, tightens, as if gripping onto control just a little harder. Try this with me. Gently clench your fists, not aggressively, just enough to feel the tension. Hold it there for a moment. Feel how everything contracts, how your energy pulls inward, how nothing new can enter when everything is already occupied with holding on. Now, Slowly open your hands. Let your fingers loosen. Let your palms face upward, soft, unguarded, available. Feel the difference. You can't receive anything with a closed fist. Not peace, not clarity, not even rest. Because everything inside you is busy trying to hold, fix, control, and protect all at once, leaving no space for something new to gently come in and replace what you've been gripping so tightly. But an open hand, that's different. It signals something deeper. I'm not holding this alone anymore. I'm willing to release, even if I don't know what happens next. And maybe part of you resists that, because letting go can feel unsafe, unfamiliar, even risky. But what if what you're holding on to is the very thing keeping you from the peace you've been asking for? So just stay here for a moment. Hands open, breath steady. You don't have to force anything. Just begin by not gripping so tightly anymore. Stay here just like this. Hands open, breath steady, nothing forced. And if it feels okay, you can gently close your eyes. Let's talk to God. Simply, God, I'm here. This morning feels heavy. Before I even had a chance to begin, my mind was already full, already racing, already trying to carry things I don't fully understand but somehow feel responsible for. I've been trying to manage everything. My schedule, my responsibilities, the expectations, both spoken and unspoken. Even the things I can't control. I keep reaching for them like if I hold on tightly enough, maybe I can prevent something from going wrong. But I'm tired. So right now, I'm choosing to release. I give you my calendar today. Every meeting, every task, every unknown moment in between. The things I'm looking forward to, and the things I've been quietly dreading. I give you my to-do list. All the pressure to be productive, to get everything right, to not fall behind. Even the fear that I'm not doing enough, or not being enough. And God, I release the expectations, the ones I put on myself, the ones I feel from others, the silent pressure to hold everything together, to not disappoint, to keep pushing even when I'm already stretched thin. I've been holding all of this, like it depends on me, but it doesn't. So I loosen my grip. I don't have to control every outcome. I don't have to solve every problem before it happens. I don't have to carry today by myself. God, I trust you with what I cannot see. Even if part of me still feels unsure, even if I don't fully know how this day will unfold, I choose to place it in your hands instead of trying to keep it all in mine, because deep down I know I was never meant to carry this kind of weight alone. So take this, God, the pressure, the overthinking, the need to control. I release it to you. Pause here. Just breathe. You don't have to pick it back up. Stay here. Don't rush away from this moment. You've already released so much. And now, there's space. Maybe small, maybe unfamiliar, but it's there. And this is where something begins to shift. God, now that my hands are open, I don't want to leave them empty. I invite you into the places that were filled with pressure, into the thoughts that wouldn't slow down, into the quiet tension I've been carrying in my chest without even noticing. Fill those spaces with your peace, not a distant peace, not something I have to chase, but a steady, present, grounding peace that meets me right here, in this exact moment, before anything in my day has been figured out or resolved. Holy Spirit, come gently, settle my thoughts, slow down what feels rushed inside me, untangle the noise, the overthinking, the constant what if that keeps pulling me out of the present. Replace it with clarity. Where there was pressure, bring ease. Where there was fear, bring calm. Where there was confusion, bring a quiet sense of direction. Even if it's just for the next step and not the whole path ahead. I don't need everything at once. I just need you, right now. Let your presence rest on me. In my mind, in my body, in the way I move through this day. And even if nothing around me changes immediately, let something shift within me. A deeper breath. A slower pace. Quieter mind. Because peace doesn't come from having everything under control. It comes from knowing you are. Pause here. Just notice. The stillness. The softness. We've released the schedule. And we've invited his peace. Now, we step into something even stronger. Now we anchor this. Because what you felt here, you can carry it with you. Not by force, but by alignment. There's power in what you speak. Quietly, consistently, not as pressure, but as direction. Like setting your mind back into place when it starts to drift. So let's do this together. If you can, say it out loud, or type it slowly, intentionally. I am stepping into peace today. Again, I am stepping into peace today. Let it land. Not as something you're trying to convince yourself of, but as something you're choosing. And now a little deeper. I release what I cannot control, and I trust God with what comes. Stay with that, because your day will try to pull you back.
Notificacions, conversacions, unexpected moments.
And you might feel that old tension return, that urge to rush, fix, or hold everything together again. But this is your reset point. You don't have to follow that pattern anymore. You can pause, breathe, return. God is guiding me, step by step. There is no need to rush ahead. No need to carry tomorrow. No need to prove anything before the day has even unfolded. You are not behind. You are here. And something is shifting. Even if it's quiet, even if it's subtle, even if no one else can see it yet, there is a realignment happening inside you where peace is no longer something you chase, but something you return to again and again as you walk with God through this day. Stay with that. Stay here, just a moment longer. Notice your breathing. Notice your body. There's a softness now, maybe small, but real. You didn't fix everything. Your schedule didn't disappear. Nothing outside may have changed yet, but something inside you did, and that matters more than you think. Because your day isn't shaped only by what happens. It's shaped by how you carry yourself through it. And right now, you're not carrying it the same way anymore. You're lighter, not because everything is easy, but because you're not holding it alone. As you move forward today, there will be moments where the pressure tries to return. A thought, a message, an unexpected shift. When that happens, just remember this. Pause. Open your hands again, even if only for a second. Take one slow breath and come back. You don't have to restart your whole day. You just return to peace. Right where you are. God is still with you in that moment, not waiting for you to get it perfect, not measuring your performance, but walking with you quietly, steadily, even in the middle of ordinary tasks and unfinished plans, offering a calm presence you can lean into whenever everything starts to feel like too much again. If this moment brought you even a little peace, stay connected. There's more of this waiting for you. And today you don't walk into it rushed. You walk into it held. Before you go, if this moment helped you feel even a little calmer, a little more grounded, stay with this. You can come back to this every morning. You don't have to figure it out alone. And if you want, subscribe to this space. Not for noise, not for pressure, but for moments like this, where you can breathe again, where you can reset, where you can reconnect with God before the day begins. And if you need something to hold on to later, there's a free morning peace prayer guide waiting for you in the description. Just something simple to remind you, you don't have to carry everything. Not today.